Hi, welcome to Turquoise Sky Custom Spirits. This is part of the series where I show you how I make liquors. This one's a little different because I'm doing it at home and it's for my family's Christmas presents, but I figured it'd give you kind of an idea, and then maybe if you like making stuff yourself, then you can do that too, and that's cool. So for this next one, I'm going to make my brother's. Uh, he is getting this year a pineapple creamsicle vodka. And for the record, the logo will be a board with a pin of an apple, and it's not going to have any title. And he just has to figure it out, and I think he will. But so we're going to do a pineapple creamsicle, which means that we are using vodka, we are using dehydrated pineapple rings, and a whole lot of vanilla. I'm also going to put actual cream into it to give it that texture that you really need. So, but I'll do that tomorrow. That's kind of a thing you add at the end right before you bottle. Right now I need it to infuse. This one is an infusion. So let's get some jars. Jars, hand it into jar time. Once again, we are faced with an issue. Now, these guys, I could probably just like drop them in and they'd be easy to fish out later. I don't know if they'll disintegrate too much. I think on this one, I'm just gonna like straight up put these in there and let them soak it all up. Honestly, I might not even take them out later. I might let them fish those out of the jar and call it a day. Because I bet these are gonna be really tasty soaked in vodka. We'll see. We'll see if I decide to let them stay or if I fish them out myself. But either way, this is not going to fit really well into those bags. And they're kind of a bitch to pull apart. Maybe. All right, we're workshopping this together. Maybe, if I just cut them and then I hide the evidence because I'm cutting sticky candy shit with our knives. All right, so we're gonna take, all right, these are the pineapples we're looking at. They're dehydrated, unsweetened pineapple rings. And we're just gonna work our way right through there. And what do you think? I think it'll fit. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's try. Let's give it the good old college shove. That's not going to work. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to cut this again. We're going to make it into quarters. And I can definitely fit a quarter of this in there. And then we'll see where we're at. See what's shaking. Okay, they're starting to come apart. That's all right. That works. Yeah. Sort of. This is not the most successful thing I've done in my life, but it's working okay. It just doesn't want to stay sideways. God, these look delicious. I'm not even into this kind of thing. I don't know what you would like. You would just snack on this, I guess. Sure, power to you. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna call that. That's a win. That's a win right there. We've got like half that wedge just shoved in there. It closes. It counts. I think I'll do 2 of these per. That's so weird. Hopefully that'll give it enough shebang. These are very pineapple-y. The nice thing about stuff like this, instead of using fresh fruit, is that you know it was done at like the perfect time. Like they picked this and messed with it at the right time of year. So I don't have to worry about how fresh it is. No, that won't work. Let's go. Okay, all right. All right, let's call that a day. Let's try again and call it a day. I sure hope this is like appetizing or fun or something. It's fun for me. I want to eat it and drink it. It's just, I don't think I'm getting a show on the Food Network anytime soon. It's It's my charisma. They just can't get over it. They don't want me to compete with everybody else with my high production value. There we go. There we go. Boop. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and get that bad boy started with a bunch of vodka. And then this one I'm going to leave lots of room because it's going to have cream and sugar, and I do not want too much left over. I wouldn't be opposed to a little bit left over, but not too much. So, shoving fruit in a bag. Now you're doing it. Now you're feeling it. You're like, oh yeah, this is kind of ASMR. Bam. All right, there we go. The nice thing about these guys is they kind of just smush together really nicely. Like they want to let that bag close. They don't care where they are because they're still kind of like, not like dry, not like crackers. They're just smushy. All right, and vodka. They could have not made that silver. Tale as old as time. It's not happening. It doesn't want to let go. It's okay. Let go. The past is the past. I'm gonna hurt myself doing this. All right, there we go. And then, yes. A little more, yes. Okay, all right, next up. So we've got our pineapple creamsicle. I think I'm gonna skip the ginger. Maybe I'll just do like a teeny tiny bit of ginger in this one because I don't want it to be too, like that's kind of an intense flavor to compete with. So we'll just do a little teeny tiny bit of ginger. And then vanilla time, vanilla powder. I'm gonna go to town. This is 1/4 teaspoons right here. I think we're just gonna do a couple of real big heaping bad boys on there. Heaping bad boys, oh yeah. All right. I just don't see how you could have too much vanilla in this particular situation. So, I don't know. I guess I'm probably up to like a 1/2 tablespoon or something with conversions. The nice thing about vanilla powder is it gets in there pretty quick. So, if I try it tomorrow and I feel like it's not vanilla-y enough, then I'll add a little more. There we go. There's my vanilla with a tiny bit of ginger. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Teeny tiny bit of ginger. And then keep in mind as you're experimenting with things at home, cream and acid do not go together. So if you're like, I want it tart and also creamy, like no, it doesn't work. That doesn't happen. Don't do it. Do not use citric acid and also cream. So there we go. And there's baggie number 2, and this is pineapple creamsicle for my brother for Christmas. Check it out. All right, so next up we are doing pineapple creamsicle. So it has a pretty intense pineapple flavor. I'm very satisfied with the dehydrated pineapple rings. And then you might notice in this one there's a little more space than in the other two. I'm a little worried about that now. I thought I had a ton of room, and the other 2 bottles filled up like exactly the 2 bottles I was hoping for. I thought I would have some extra, so I'm a little nervous about this quantity, but we still have to add the cream, and I still haven't added any sugar at all to this guy. So right now I'm just squeezing out all the vodka from these used up pineapple bits. I should put them on like a piece of angel food cake or something. Ooh, that'll get you messed up. Don't give it to your grandma. Unless, of course, your grandma's cool as hell. Alright. I'm really worried about my quantities here. Okay. Now, I was going to do this in the blender, but since we did the caramel apple one in the blender, and now it's all frothy and it doesn't condense, I'm a little worried about that. So I think I'm actually going to combine these into one of those big bottles of vodka for the sugar and cream. I think that's what we'll do. I'll just take one of these empty guys and fill this bad boy up. And once again, I'm doing this so that it will be the same in both bottles. I don't want them to like, oh, I have this one bottle and it's so sweet and creamy and perfect, and then they have the other one and they're like, it's just not the same. Nobody wants that. That's a bummer. Makes you sad. So, we'll do this. Do that. I've got my sugar, my raw turbinado sugar that I like. And I'm probably going to put a whole cup in here. But I'm not going to measure it, so who knows. Because they are liqueurs, so it's kind of hard to have too much sugar in them for this particular purpose. Alright, yes. Sugar, 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 sugar. I'm nervous about these quantities. I guess I could always add some more vodka if I need to. Come on. And it looks like a lot of sugar because it's coming in through this little teeny tiny thing. But it's probably the same as before. Alright. Come on. Chunk it up. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing with the cream. I'm choosing to use heavy whipping cream. So hopefully, as a rule of thumb, I always try to keep it, you want more flavor, less liquid in everything you do. So like if I were to use 2% milk, I'd have more liquid than flavor, and I already have a bunch of liquid. I'm putting it in a liquid, so I don't want that. So I'm going to start small-ish. Probably a half cup of heavy cream to get us started and see where we are. Obviously, you can tell it looks extremely appealing unmixed. Everybody loves lightly curdled milk. Just kidding. There's no curdling. All right. All right. Sugar, cream, vodka. Make them one. Alright, now I am actually going to come back to this one because that sugar is going to keep sliding to the bottom, and I'll need to keep shaking this every couple of minutes until it stops doing that. So you don't have to watch that. That's not fun to watch. So we'll see you when we're ready. We'll see what we get.